Oh my gosh. Welcome back to Clarify Your Day. Can you believe it's been but a mere couple years? I was going to look and see exactly what the last recording was, and I said, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. So here we are, we're back. I've been wanting to come back for a minute, but I just haven't been inspired. I haven't had the motivation. Something about me that you probably know if you've listened to anything I've ever been on or know me personally, I don't do things just for me. It's a problem. I don't have the motivation. So thankfully, I have a spirit. I do. I have a spirit. I have a soul. I have a very supportive person, aka friend, who is also my first guest, Lianna Nielson. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I am beyond excited to be here.
Thank you so much. Now, you have encouraged me in
Yes.
every way, in life in general, but specifically with this. If you all are just returning to Clarify Your Day, Lianna and I were doing, we were working on it, her podcast, I Love Through It, and then it came to our vision we needed to have more of, the world needs more of each of us.
Yes.
So we said, let's focus on our own, but also be supportive of each. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So here we are. I'm doing it. I'm so happy to be back and to talk about stupid stuff because that's my wheelhouse.
And you're so good at it. You're so good at it.
Thank you so much. Sharing opinions about stupid things. That's who I am. Yeah. And I do think that the dating thing is something. But anywho, we'll get to that in a second. So, Lianna, I didn't do a proper, yes, you are more than just my supportive, amazing human friend.
But that's my most important job, I think.
Thank you. That's your title. Let's be honest.
That's my title.
A title indeed. What would it be?
I was going to say.
Okay.
Try it.
We met when you were still acting.
Yes.
But on your health coach journey.
Yes.
And then you really became an intuitive health coach.
I did.
And then you have had a magical, fascinating couple years of kind of your channels opening and connecting to something we can't necessarily see.
I thought you were actually just going to go so smoothly into you're an intuitive health coach and now you're an intuitive. I was like, wow.
That's so much better.
I know. I was like, really, Claire, you're so brilliant.
Take two. Wait, no, that's it. You're an intuitive.
I was like, wait, did you just come up with the title we've been searching for?
Oh my gosh. Well, guess what? We did it in a collaborative way. And that's what's good about us.
We did.
Thank you so much. So yes, you are an intuitive.
What? I mean, that feels right for now.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it's a blanket term, but if anything, for sure, I'm intuitive.
I think it's good just to have a nice broad blanket term to start out. And then, if it's fine-tuned later.
We'll figure it out.
I'm sorry, but Lucy, who is my cat who isn't very social, has come up and she is demanding rubs. So I just wanted to say we've gotten a blessing.
I was going to say that. The first episode just got blessed.
Right?
Absolutely.
I feel like that's a blessing.
A huge blessing.
Thank you. Charlie is always up in our business, but Lucy, she doesn't come around so much.
Not at all.
Not so much.
Not at all.
Okay, so this lovely podcast in its first iteration was very much, I'm curious about how people exist and what people do in their day to day. But I also love gabbing about stupid things and just following a conversation. So the first iteration of this podcast was mainly interviews with friends and others and just find out how they, like what a day in their life looks like,
Mhm,
which I'm
mhm.
still fascinated by, but I do feel like I'd rather just talk broadly
Yeah.
about, again, broad. Is that our title of the episode? Broad.
Yes. A couple of broads speaking
Couple broad.
broadly.
Okay, done. Sorry. You're coming up with the perfect names for all of these things. So yes, so I've decided this iteration it's going to be chatting with friends, comedians, and just, hanging out and clarifying everyone's day.
Yeah. I love
Right?
it. I'm so stoked to be here. And I must tell you all, the message came from beyond that Claire needed to do this. And I can't even say that if I had told you that it was from me, that you would even listen, even though I know you value my opinion and friendship.
Absolutely. Yes.
But I got a intuitive download, if you will,
There you go.
that literally was a visual of us like pulling apart our last episode of my podcast and turning them into two entities. And I kept getting the message to set Claire free. And I was like, I didn't know I had her locked in my basement.
Right, apparently. That's where I was. Well, I was holding on for dear life. I think that was more it. I was just attaching myself to you. And so you had to be like, hey, shake your leg, get me off.
But truly, I couldn't. I was like, but can you stay and can I be on your podcast?
Which I love because I don't want to be by myself.
I think it's hard to make, I don't know, especially when you come up as an actor or like comedian or anything where it's just you and you're going at it alone. It's so much more fun, especially in comedy. I feel like
for sure
the best jobs I ever did were collaborative and were like the same group of people over and over again, or it's why we do this, I think, right?
I think so. I think the connection for sure. I think
100%.
there's, in the comedy world, there's kind of, when I say I'm a comedian, which is very generous.
No, shut up right now. Shut your mouth.
Thank you so much.
You are 100% a comedian. You are so funny. I've been on set with Claire many a time. That's how we met.
Bless.
And I remember the first time I saw you, you were so commanding. You were so funny. You were like owning the room. And you have ever since.
Bless you. But I feel like when you say comedian, people think stand up.
Yeah.
Which I don't really do because stand up is so isolating and solo and like, it's not fun.
I loved it. But
breaking news.
I
loved it.
I loved it. It was later. It was towards the end where I was like trying to figure something else out. Like I needed to talk more, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's that. Yeah.
I was like, okay, fine. I'm saying other people's words enough, but like, can I just
talk?
And I would, but to be fair, I had one of my closest friends. We would tape auditions for each other. We lived near each other in East Williamsburg. If we would have set the stage.
Yes, and we need specifics, comedy, and
of course. I would go to her house and I would do my material on her first. Because
I love that.
And I would also write all my material talking to myself, walking my dog. So I was walking around Brooklyn.
That's good. Which is not the strangest thing that's happened in Brooklyn by any means.
No, not at all. But it was true. Like I did it a few times. Like there was a season I was doing it, right? Sort of the end of my time in New York. And I made the mistake of like the first time I did it, it killed. Like it did pretty fucking well.
That's always the problem.
And then I realized, and this is when I think that, I don't know, I had this moment right after I did like the first big movie I ever did where it felt so good that as soon as it was over, I just like wanted to crawl out of my skin, finding any other way to do it as fast as I can immediately.
Because it's a drug.
It's a drug. Yeah. But at this point, I was like 35 and I was like, I see where this could go for me. And like, I think I could like go hard at this, but like at the time I was still married and my ex-husband was not a fan of this pivot.
Wow. Wow.
And I was like, no, I can't go there. But man, is it like snorting like a big fat line of cocaine?
Oh, for sure. Those laughs. And when you have the command on the stage, it's unbelievable.
There's
Now,
nothing better.
I have to say, I love performing. I love being on stage. I love storytelling. But
Mhm.
like the classic pursuit of stand up, like going to open mics and like traveling and all of that, it is so isolating.
Yes.
So, yes, I'm obsessed with being on stage. Please know. But
I know open mics, it can be dark too. It can be
so
weird and dark.
It's so dark. And there's also, it's so male heavy.
I know.
And like just about dicks and farts and like stupid, like making fun of girlfriends, which I think that's gotten a little bit better because people aren't finding that funny anymore, which is so nice. But still, it's a dark, and then it's like at open mics, it's just a bunch of other comedians in the audience waiting to go up. So you're not getting like laughs at all because, you know, everyone's looking at their own material. They're not.
I know. I guess I kind of liked that because I felt like there was no pressure really.
That's true. That's true.
And I think I was very lucky because basically like I did the improv for a long time and some of my like improv, like close besties were stand-up. So they would host mics. So like I would know the people and I got into it in a time where there's a lot of like women only and like queer mics that were like in the day. You could go to like an afternoon mic that was just like women or just like queer people. And it was so, and still everyone's kind of paying attention to their own thing, but it was so much more of like the safe environment. So it evolved, but I think you're right. Like, no, I saw that. I was like, you're doing colleges, you're by yourself. Like I'm already in my mid 30s. It's going to take like a while.
Yeah. I mean, I do like I miss hosting.
Yeah, and that's what you're also very, very good at.
Yeah, I think the bottom line with stand up, the reason why I'm not drawn to it is that I have to prepare.
It's homework. You don't like homework.
It's hard because that's the thing about hosting, and that's what about today. I've done very little preparation. I think about something for a while, and then it's like, sure. I mean, when I do storytelling, I'll put a little bit of thought into the order of things and whatever. But like, I am not one that's writing jokes and like creating a list and organized. No,
I would do a little more like storytelling with jokes weaved in. Like I was definitely
for sure,
but
the Birbiglia style.
Yes. I was that's more in that camp
style as well. I have a couple friends that, I have a couple friends here in LA that are doing stand up on the occasion, like going to open mics, and there are a lot of like women and queer friendly, like a lot of the mics now, fewer than I had when I was in New York. Cause I feel like New York is just, very centered around stand up. And I've had a couple be like, yeah, do you want to go to open mic with me sometime? I'm like, absolutely. But I need like a good, like a week maybe in advance so I can like think about something. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that'll be something that I actually do. We'll say. I have been trying to write stuff down though recently because my memory is shit. So if I do have a funny thought, I have been writing it down recently, which I guess is exactly what stand-ups do. So
I mean, Claire, you're already doing it. Claire, you're already doing it.
Get over it. This is what you're doing.
And I don't know. It's just so fun to hold a microphone on stage by herself.
I miss it so much. I really do.
What's wrong with us?
It is a drug, though.
It's the best. It's the best.
I miss it. I do want to do a live show here.
Yeah.
I've produced many live shows in New York, but I haven't done one since being in LA. And so I just have to like bite the bullet. I need to just reach out to a couple venues, ask a couple friends who have done shows and be like, hey, and then just like have it. Again, once I have the date, it's the initial like planning before I have a date is not happening.
Although now you're putting all this out there, like we can hold you accountable.
Thank you.
So maybe like I mean, I don't know, maybe sometime in July. You're going on a family trip to the beach.
I'm going on, thank you so much.
Families are so funny. Everyone's family is there's got to be something. Aren't you sharing a room with like a 95-year-old woman?
85. Yep.
There you go. There's got to be something in there.
Yeah. She's a hoot. I will say that. She is a hoot, and she is like a step aunt.
Already that's funny.
So, right?
The whole setup of this thing is hysterical.
Thank you. It is going to be, now I love this reframe because I have been stressing about this trip, and I love the reframe to be like, let's
material.
For material.
This is only material.
Thank you so much. Yes. I'm anxious because it's a lot of people.
I know.
It's like 17 people in a house.
I know. Wait, this is me next week. 18 people in a house next week.
Wait. In Greece?
Yeah.
Rome.
Greece.
I don't know why. Rome, you already went to Rome.
I did.
Greece. Wait. Okay. You're going to Greece next week. Where?
On Wednesday. Greece? We're going, we have to fly through Athens, so we thought we'd stop over. So we'll just do like a 2 nights in Athens and then Crete for a week. And then my partner, Lianna, has never been to Santorini, and it was always a dream. And I was like, well, we'll be right there. It's just right. Go. So we're going to spend like a couple nights there on the way out, because why not?
Oh my
and
God.
we might need to sort of come down from like a house of 18 people.
Yes. I think the answer is yes. You know what's funny? My sister worked on Crete for a summer.
Really? Doing what?
She was a tennis instructor at a resort.
What a fun job for like 20 something, or how old was she? Yeah. Oh, I mean, 10 out of 10. Great idea.
Isn't it wonderful? She was the European lover. So she like that was such a weird statement.
It's like, where is this going? She had a European lover? She is here.
She had many, I'm sure.
We could ask.
Right. Only you could. I don't know if you want to bring that energy. Anywho, if you don't know, my mother has come through. My mother who has passed, my sister also has passed, but my mother has come through and been chatting with Lianna in opportune times. But we're not going to call for my sister. I
learned how to close the door recently, so she can't just come in unless I open it.
Look at that.
I'm a baby intuitive.
A baby intuitive, but an intuitive nonetheless. And that's what's exciting. Yeah, don't open the door. No. She what is it? Studied abroad. I was like, what the fuck is the name of it? She
in Greece?
Abroad in Vienna.
Ooh.
And then
did she love?
She loved Vienna, and then she was there for a year. She got an au pair job.
Ooh.
And like lived with the family and was an au pair for over a year. And then later she went to Glasgow and got her master's. But in the middle of that, she worked in Crete for a season. Oh. Yeah. She wasn't a huge fan of the Greek men.
Right.
And that was before she came out as gay. So,
so maybe that was why.
That could have been it.
How did she feel about the Greek women? Do we know?
Yeah, I don't think she was looking as much at that time because she was figuring it out. But she was like, the Greek men were just very aggressive. So that's so for a young, hot 20-something working in a resort, you're going to get some aggressive.
Yeah, that's hard.
You are, but having been in Austria, she found that the Greek men were a little different.
Compared to Austrians, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yes. Was she as tall as you?
Yes. And slightly shorter. She was only 6 feet. I'm 6'1". So she was a shrimp of the family. A shrimp of the family. Yes.
How tall was your mom?
At her height, she was like 5'7".
Oh. That was my dream height. I never made it.
Look at that. Which again, you present tall.
Shocking, I know.
Shocking, which you are not. 5'5".
5'5.5".
5'5". I'm so sorry.
Which
5'5"
I would always, I don't know why, but I always wanted to put that half whenever I slated. 5'5.5".
I love that because that can make a difference.
Yeah.
That
half an
can
inch.
make a difference for sure. Yeah. So for mom, I mean, she had me when she was 45. So she was older. And so for that generation, being 5'7" was
quite tall.
Yeah. And then dad at his height was like 6'2", 6'3".
Oh, yeah. That's where it's coming from then.
Yeah.
Because why am I 5'5.5"? My mom is 5'8". My dad is like at least 6, if not 6'1".
Stop everything. Wait, your mom is 5'8"?
My mom's 5'8". She's a tall drink of water.
She presents small.
Well, she's quite thin.
She's petite.
She is. She's quite petite, but she is tall. She's quite tall. So I thought I wanted to be 5'7" because she was 5'8" and she was a model. And I think the minimum I read somewhere is that you had to be 5'7", and I just wanted to be like my mom.
Are you sure?
But I was
wow. But you still did some modeling, so let's not.
I did commercial though.
Well, of course, commercial. Editorial, you got to be 5'7". Runway, 5'9", 5'10".
Like 5'15". Like,
right, exactly.
Real tall.
Thank you. Although now I don't know what rules are, but that's the way it was when
we were
growing
spring
up.
chickens.
Spring chickens. Do you remember the time?
Oh, barely.
I know. Okay, so wait. So you're going to be in Crete with a gazillion people.
Yes.
And this is with Luciana, your partner's family, right?
No. This is with friends of ours that we made at Joe Dispenza, which is a meditation retreat.
I don't think I realized that. No reason.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I didn't talk about it. That's why.
I know.
No, we had met. It was one friend who brought me into the group. I met her before I moved to Portugal.
Okay.
At Joe.
Yes.
And then we got sort of folded in through her. And now I think I'm closer to the other people, and they're very cute. They've all been going on vacation. The group has like gotten bigger, and they go on vacation together every year. So we got the invite and we felt very honored, but also that's a lot of energy.
A lot of energy. Are you all staying at the same place?
Yes.
Okay.
They got a big house, and there was like the voting was like a fiasco. Sure. But yeah, and it's so funny because it's kind of like in the middle of Crete, and this like it's not on the beach, and there were like a lot of different places thrown around. And then one of the organizers was like, kind of like, "Hey, there's this other great house on the beach, which we had voted for before the house in the middle of nowhere,
obviously."
But like people preferred, there was like too many moving parts that people, I guess, preferred. So it's kind of a funny location, but the house looks really beautiful. And like, we're just going with the flow.
Is there a pool?
Yes.
Okay. That's all.
Absolutely. And I think it's like walking distance from like a cute little town and like some vineyards, but it's like an hour plus to the ocean or something, which is
not surprising to me.
I know. It's a little bit like, what? But also, hey, we're happy to be invited.
When you're in a group like that, it's like, okay, whatever people want to
and
do.
It feels like there's some strong opinions in this group. So we're just trying to go with the flow.
Let's not even discuss with them. You forget that Crete is so big.
It's big.
It's huge. The fact that you can be inland.
Yeah.
And be an hour away from.
Maybe over an hour.
That's gotta be something.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you are with that many people in a home, or even fewer, but a lot of people,
yes.
How are you going to keep your energy calm?
Well, it's so funny because, like, as a reflector, I'm a human design nerd. For those of you who might not be
get on it.
Be down, which is just this kind of like random weird energy typing system that some guy in the 80s downloaded from the beyond, who knows
And
where.
I'm obsessed with it. I tell everyone about it. So please go to I want to say it's myhumandesign.com. It's like a free, and you can get very basic information, like top level information, which I have found very helpful because I'm a projector. It helps with like your energy management, and also like
decision making. And even like there's like, it helps with like eating and like the best places for you to live or work. It's so right on. I mean, and I think it's helpful for everyone, but the more rare types like Claire and I, it's, you feel seen because society's not really built to support people with not a lot of consistent energy, which is us.
Yes.
So if the energy's good, I can get what I have all these open centers of what it's called. So if people have closed centers, I will sample their energy and like it sounds like a reflector, I reflect back. Yeah. So if it's like a really good group of people with good energy and a lot of energy, I will feel like I have tons of energy and I will go until maybe it's not good anymore. It's like I'm a little bit ben pasado, bad past, a little bit too far.
There we are. Okay.
And so we hope that maybe it is good energy, which we assume so. We like these people, right? But it is a week of like a bunch of people living in a house together, like
there's no way there
reality show style.
Negative. Yeah. There's going to be some hiccups in that.
So I think it's like going on walks and hiding in your room.
Yeah, right.
But the cool thing is like everyone's a little bit like some days people are going to go on a boat ride. Some people like, so like, it's not like, hey, we're doing everything together, all 18 of us. It's a little bit like moving parts. So I think there will be like smaller groups in downtime.
Okay.
And everyone has their own room, or there's enough rooms that is either like, it's 2 people to a room and there's your own bathroom.
Okay.
So I feel like you can sort of like hide away a little.
The fact that everyone has their own bathroom, essentially, like
yeah.
That's fantastic.
I know.
Okay, so that's going to be very helpful. Okay,
interesting.
I am nervous.
Yeah,
because we have been going to the same. We go to Hilton Head, and we have been renting the same house for 10 years plus.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah, which has been so nice. But the problem is so many of these children are having children.
Right.
And now there's like families, that used to be the teen boys in the basement. Now they all have partners and children. So
and they're all still in the house.
They're still in the damn house.
How many bedrooms are in this house?
So we have a new one this year.
Oh, okay.
We have a new house because we have outgrown the other one.
Yes.
Last year, I essentially split a room with my stepbrother, who's 55, I want to say. He's the other single one we're representing. It's like the oldest people in the house are the single ones, and all the 20-somethings are having babies and whatever. It's like, we're smart. No, just kidding. Just kidding. But I like got the room for the first half, and he slept on an air mattress. And then I flew home in the living room.
Oh, and you're like, peace out. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to get out of here.
Out. And so then he got my room when I left. But this year I'm there the whole time. We have a new house. And so I am with the aunt who's like 85. Now she's a hoot.
I can't wait. I want a full report. You need to look at this as material, Claire.
Thank you. Now her nickname is Bobo.
Bobo, that was my favorite teddy bear's name.
What? Favorite teddy bear?
Yeah.
What kind of teddy bear was it? Do you remember? What did it look like?
It was like a classic brown teddy bear where it was like, it wasn't sitting. So like arms and legs, like a little bit of a lighter brown nose with light and brown. Okay. Do you remember? I don't even remember, but it like Gund was. Yeah. It was a Gund.
That's like the teddy bear company.
Yeah, I guess. So it was like a classic brown Gund teddy bear named Bobo. Why is his name Bobo? I have no idea, but he was my favorite. I mean, he's still at my parents' house. And then I had a white teddy, like a white bear that was like a little bit more polar bear S that was a little fluffier. That was named polar bear.
Of course, polar bear.
And then a blue bear named.
Oh, now we're getting fancy.
Blue bear or Bluebee.
Bluebee. Okay.
Bluebee.
There we
Bluebee.
go. We got a little bit of that.
Bluebee.
Bobo, we have no idea. That was we are giving one unique name, and then we shall move on.
We just keep it.
Now, was Bobo stiff?
No.
Okay, so I had a teddy bear that was like, and maybe it wasn't gunned, but it was something with an S, and it was like one of those classic. I don't know. It was like a nice teddy bear, which was great, but it was hard. And I was like, I don't want this fucking.
No, I remember those weren't nice. Or if the fur was like too like plasticky or like something.
Yeah. Like it was a well-made whatever, but it was like a stiff, the arms kind of shifted. My animal of choice was a pound puppy.
Oh my God. I only had mini ones. I only had mini pound puppies. I never had a big one, but I forgot about pound puppies. They were so cute.
I loved my pound puppy. And what was its name? Pound puppy. So I can make fun of you because I am the same. Pound puppy. Yep.
Wait, I don't know why. Do you remember Popples?
I don't.
Oh my God. They were, it could have been, maybe it was, they were these.
A little bit younger.
Yeah. There were these teddy bears that like you could put into a ball and you could play with them. They're like soft. So.
I do recall them existing. I did not have one.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. The P brought it out, but yes, pound puppies. Okay. Sorry. I digress.
So I had a pound puppy named Pound Puppy. He had a dress on. I didn't buy clothes. I bought the one dress, I guess, for her. But yeah, I took her everywhere.
Oh, what color?
She went on vacation, like a tan.
Yep.
A good classic pound puppy.
Yeah. Look at them trying to get us to be aware and adopt dogs as children. Dogs. It was not. It was from the pound. You had a pound puppy.
Thank you. Isn't that crazy?
I know. It wasn't like, hey, these are dogs we're marketing. We're like, these are pound puppies. Like, love them. Puppy. Get it from the pound.
And very generic, like brown dog. Like the classic, like what kind of brown dog? Which are truly the best dogs.
Yes.
Because they love, and that's what I love about them. Now, I don't remember if there were adoption papers with that, but did you have a Cabbage
Patch Kid? Yes. I did. And you got adoption papers with that. I mean, I was so little. I had a blonde one.
Interesting. Now, here's
with
what's
like
crazy.
Pigtails. Yeah.
With the pigtails. Of course, you had to have pigtails. I had the precursor to Cabbage Patch. I had an adoption doll, which apparently later I looked back and now I can't remember exactly, but apparently there was some legal issue because there was like a partnership and then the partner went and copied it essentially.
Oh no.
To make Cabbage Patch and then made it gazillion. But the adoption doll had a cloth face because the Cabbage Patch had the plastic.
Yeah, but the rest was cloth, right?
Yeah. But she had red yarn hair.
Yeah, I had yellow yarn hair. Yeah, yarn hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, mine was red, of course, and had huge pigtails. Yes. So I had an adoption dog, but I do remember there were papers. It was very official.
I remember, wasn't there? Yeah, I just remember commercials where you'd like put something in water and it would tell you the name of your baby, or like it got more and more intense.
How fast
later on.
Marketing, they had to think of something new.
I know. Yeah. I didn't have any. There weren't Asian babies around when I was in the 80s.
Of course.
Those weren't options.
And I'm sure there are very few now, let's be honest.
I mean, probably more. I remember when there was an Asian Barbie that came out and my mom was very fast to buy that for me.
Oh, good. That's very good.
Was good. But yeah.
Were you into Barbies?
Yeah.
Right? I feel like we all were a little bit.
I definitely had, I was very girly. I mean, I guess I still am, but I liked dolls and I liked clothes and I liked baby dolls. And I was sort of like a classic little girl.
Now, were your Barbies as horny as mine were?
I don't
Mine
think
had a
so.
lot of sex.
Mine,
A lot of rubbing on mounds.
no. I mean, there's definitely kissing, but like,
Sure.
no, I was not. I think that, yeah, no. I mean, I
Yeah.
definitely that was a thing, but no, I was like
Nope.
a very proper little girl, I guess
I love
too.
it. For sure. Listen, there was a number of innocent years that we all had
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
But then curiosity got the
Of
best of us.
course, of
And,
course.
people rubbing under covers seemed exciting to me.
Yeah, of
And so that's what
course.
happened.
That I mean, I think Luciana, did not like Barbies and cut, but I believe the story was like she cut off their hair and like glued it to their genitals. It was like, these are unrealistic. These are unrealistic.
Obsessed.
So
I did not. I was
did not.
already in the patriarchy of smooth genitalia. Of women waxing and getting rid of their hair.
I do remember I had this friend who I feel like her dad, as a joke, which saying this out loud feels very creepy, put nipples on all of her, like painted pink nipples on all of her Barbies.
The fact that it was the dad makes
I know.
That does make it creepier.
As like a joke. I hope it was her brother. I hope I'm remembering this wrong because that is so weird.
That's very interesting to choose. It's like everything is smooth on a Barbie. Everything is smooth, but let's make one thing anatomically correct.
Yeah.
Kind of. That's funny. Odd and disturbing.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you sharing.
Yeah. It was like one of those memories that I was like, oh, why is that in there?
Wait, what's that? Remember,
I know. You're like, weird Barbie interactions started going around in my brain.
Right.
No, mine was very, I mean, they were always like having deep emotional situations happening.
Of course they were. Of course
And I didn't let anyone brush their hair.
No. Well, you also like things to be.
I'm very, like nice and pretty and don't touch it. We keep it nice. Yeah.
As possible, which is very good.
I mean, is it or annoying? That's probably not a fun little girl to play with.
I was about to say, it depends. If you're just talking about it, adorable. If we're playing together, not so fun.
No. I had friends, surprisingly. I did have friends.
Of course you did. We know.
But like Sarah, I wouldn't want to be friends with her. That's terrible.
Well, you also an only child. Because I feel like if you had a younger or an older sibling, they would you would have to release a little bit of that, or you would be fixated on it because they would be obviously there's a button to push right there.
Right. Of course.
Mess with your stuff.
Right. Oh my God. I would have died. I know. I would have died.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I do feel because my sister is 5 years older, so we didn't have a ton of overlap with our toys. But I was such a Lincoln Log gal. Did you ever have Lincoln Logs?
I mean, I remember them, but no, I didn't own any. But I remember, I feel like they were at school, and this feels very
architectural
and like so vintage, so vintage. Wait, describe them. They were like, did they like fit into each other?
They did.
Yeah.
So you could make a log cabin. Literally, I don't know what else you made, but I made a bunch of log cabins.
I mean, girl, you're still on brand. You like built someone a bookshelf out of full wood. You're Lincoln logging today.
Thank you for that. It was my early days. I said, how do things go together? How can I build a structure that is sound? So we can put, I loved it. Yeah, they were logs of varying lengths, depending on how large you would like a certain wall to be, with little divots on the end so they could kind of stack into each other. And I do remember I stopped playing with them for a minute, obviously.
No, you didn't.
And no, I didn't.
We're just adult Lincoln logging.
Honestly, I just upgraded. Thank you. But I do remember I went back to play with them and Mom had given them away because I hadn't played with them for a minute. And she ripped out my heart. It was truly the meanest thing my mother's ever done.
Of course.
But I was traumatized. I mean, it was traumatized with that.
Yes.
But also it was like, I mean, I got over it soon enough, but I was like, no, we keep all the stuff just in case I want to play. No.
Of course.
She taught the lesson of like, listen, if you're not using it, let someone else play.
Exactly. But you're like, no, I don't want to share.
It's too much. Okay. Toy Talk with Claire and Lianna is my new favorite podcast that we're going to put out.
Yeah, that's what we're putting out.
You know, I think it's good. Okay. So it's keeping with the day theme.
Okay.
Have you, and I used to ask this on the old one, do you have a favorite day that kind of pops up? It doesn't have to be some big traumatic whatever, like a delightful day
in your life,
childhood, from recent. Yeah, just like what comes to mind.
Okay, this is going to be a weird one, but I'm just going to go with the first thing that came to mind, right? Yeah. And it's so 2022.
Okay.
Summer.
Yes.
June, probably. Mm-hmm. Living by myself for a couple months in Paris.
In Paris, yes.
And I had just come out of a relationship, and I was sort of like waffling because we had been in each other's lives for a really long time, and we're really good friends, and he's just a great guy.
Yeah.
And I was kind of going back on the wall because I was the one who ended it. So I was going back on it because I realized during that time I was really, one of my addictive patterns was longing. And I really liked the idea of, okay, things will be perfect when. So I ended the relationship, and then I was like, wait, no, but it was like everything that wasn't there was like what I was always perpetually wanting.
Of course.
And this was like actually a really big realization around that day. But I had sort of gone back on my word, and he was like, no, you like literally like moved out, left the country. Like, no, like you wanted this, like, you need this time. Like you wanted this breakup. Like we're not getting back together. Okay, and I was like, oh,
how dare
you?
Wait.
And then I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, okay, if we really don't go back, like I'm going to really like get over this relationship. And he was like, do it. Then I was just like devastated. So I spent the whole morning in my like studio apartment in the 6th, crying and watching probably Gilmore Girls or something, like crying, and just feeling like so sad and overwhelmed in the world, and like smoking French cigarettes out my window.
The finest of cigarettes. I love it.
And I just was like, oh my God, this is so sad. I was being very French about it. Like, this is the worst.
I mean, if you're going to be sad, be in Paris.
I know. I'm so sad. And then I was like, I got to like laying around crying until like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 p.m. And I was like, I have to leave this apartment. It's too depressing. What am I going to do? And I was like, well, there's a gluten-free bakery, like one. And I do have a gluten intolerance. And I was like, well, I could go to that gluten-free bakery and get a baguette and some gluten-free chocolate chip cookies.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I am so sad. I'm going to go eat my feelings. So I did. I walked like 10, 15 minutes. I got there right before it closed. I got my baguette. I got my cookie. I like ate them on the street, like not knowing what to do. And then I was like, I don't know what. And then I was like, okay, well, I've always really wanted to ride the Ferris wheel near the Louvre. So I go like, and I'm like crying, not crying, and like trudge myself over, walk like 25 minutes. I don't know how far it was. I walk and I like wait in line by myself, like puffy. And I get on the Ferris wheel, and it's lovely. And I like, my inner child is like, this is it. And it was nice. And then I get off the Ferris wheel and I'm sad again. And I was like overwhelmed. And I was like, what do I want to do now? And I was like, I need to lay down on the grass and cry. So then I like throw myself on the ground, like near a hedge, like in the garden across from the Louvre.
A gorgeous garden. Yes.
Just like crying. And then that stops. And I'm like, well, because I live near the river. And I was like, well, now what? And it was probably like, I don't know, all of like 5 p.m. or something.
Sure.
And I was like, well, there's all these like restaurants on boats, like near where I lived. And I was like, well, I could just go get drunk on a boat. I walked all the way back towards where I lived, and I got on this boat at sunset, and I tried to order a martini, but they like martinis. There's like another drink that's Italian that's a martini, and like my French is terrible, so I kept getting these like 2 sweet drinks and trying to send them back and try. But at the end, I was like, I don't care, whatever. So I'm drinking these, like, I don't know what I'm drinking, and I'm sitting on a boat in Paris. It's like a beautiful summer evening, drinking these weird things, like listening to music in my AirPods and smoking cigarettes. And it was so funny because it was one of those like real-time moments of, I thought that morning that the world was ending, and I was just like, could only like inch my way forward. But after a couple of these like weird drinks, there was like a cute like double date going on with like some young French kids near me. Like everyone was like on a vibe, and like it was a beautiful evening and people are having fun. And I'm like listening to music and I'm like enjoying these weird drinks. I don't know what they are. And I was smoking cigarettes, and I'm just like, wow, this is like a really sad day, and life is so beautiful. Wow. And it was like this pivotal moment of, I had like these patterns of codependency my entire life. And this was like the first clean break. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like living in France by myself, like not sure what I'm doing in my life. Yeah. Like running my own business successfully. Like all of a sudden I'm like independent in all these ways I never thought. I'm like, Paris is one of my favorite cities in the world. I'm like living in Paris, putting myself up, like paying for this life that I love, that I've created, doing something that I love. Though I'm like nursing a broken heart, it was like in that moment, I was like, oh my God, life is beautiful. I'm going to be okay. And like, I swear that night, like by the time I was done, I like skipped all the way home, and I was like, I love my own company so much. And like, the world is beautiful. And like, it just felt like the beginning of like the next phase of my life. But I felt free. And I didn't feel like I needed anyone else. And I didn't feel like afraid. And I was just like giddy with laughter by the time I got home. And it was like, it was like I had opened a new book, and I felt lighter, and I probably was coughing and hungover like shit the next day because I'm not a smoker and I've never been a smoker. No. But it was so beautiful because I swear that was the day I like fully fell in love with myself.
Okay, I'm obsessed with that. Who saw that ending?
Right?
I think there's something that I don't think that I have ever done. Maybe a little bit, but just the little by little. Like, okay, I need to just like, get out of the house. Like, let's just go get a baguette.
Yes.
Which, listen, that could be any day for me.
It was delightful.
Right. But then like just following, what do you want to do next? As opposed to, I feel like I get bogged down sometimes when I know I need to leave the apartment. Right. If I'm having a down day. And then I'm like, well, but then I'll go do this, but then but what time should I do that? It's like it becomes a whole thing, and then I don't leave. Right. So there is something very nice about that. And then you just like incrementally stepped into a realization and a beautiful moment.
Well, and I think it was also the first time in my life too that I was like, well, I'm a serial monogamist. I was married for a while. I just never really felt confident doing things on my own.
Yeah.
And like, I never felt very capable, and I don't know why. Like I am, but like, and I've done a lot of brave things, but like, I really never felt very capable. Yeah. And then I think the pandemic did something really beautiful for us, in the sense that like, it showed us that our reality was like not exactly what we thought. Right. And like so many things changed. And it was the first time in my life where I was so free. Like, I was in a temporary apartment. My work allowed me to be anywhere. I had literally, I don't have kids. I don't have a partner. I run my own business. It was like, I was so overwhelmed with like grief, and also the freedom of like, I have nothing tethering me to anything, which scared the shit. Like in the beginning of the day, it was just like, I was so like my last tether had been completely cut, it felt like.
Yeah.
And then it was so funny because inadvertently I was like, I swear, like reconnected to my inner child, who's apparently a chain smoker. And
Gosh, she's gritty.
So gritty. Don't brush your doll's hair, but give her some
chain smoke on a boat while drinking.
I know. And like, again, not a smoker, like literally went to France to be sad. And I don't condone it. It's not good for you, but man, is it fun sometimes.
I feel like it's a cinematic moment.
It was. But yeah, it was so interesting because it also was like in real time, I was realizing that like, I think on one side of the, coin, it's like, oh my God, I'm in this void of uncertainty and nothingness. And I have to make all the decisions and I don't know where to go, what to do. I have no one else telling me what to do. And then when I just like inched my way into it, it was like, wait. When I make all the decisions, I have the best time.
I can do whatever.
And it was funny because I think that I had always really wanted, I know I always really wanted to feel that freedom, but I was always too afraid or too bogged down with like society and cultural, like the things that you should do, right?
Of course,
And I was like, at that point, like, I don't know, 38 years old, 37, 38 years old. And I had never like allowed myself to be fully free and like I had never experienced what it was like to like be fully realized maybe even. And there was something about that day that sticks out to me that started so low, but at the end of doing these like silly little things, like opened me up to like the wholeness of like who I am and what it felt to be like liberated and free and like running my own life, I guess, for the first time bravely. And then how much it was like, wait, when I'm in charge, it's so awesome over here. Like we have the best time.
Ferris wheels. We get gluten-free baguettes. We get, that's so beautiful. I really love that. Having that like realization moment.
Yeah. I skipped home. Oh my God. I was like giggling. I was like overjoyed with like how much I loved my life and loved just being in my own company. It was like the day I really learned that like, okay, if you're not going to make it better, like piss off. Like, cause I love being by myself. Like, and I didn't know how great it was until then.
Okay. See, I love that. Now I've been on the opposite side of that coin where I'm only alone.
Right.
And I'm like, I guess I could let someone in. Also, quick side note. Have you seen those videos of people trying to skip?
Oh my God. No.
Wait, it's so funny because it's like people possibly middle age that
don't know how
or like can't remember. Because it's been so long. It's like, wait, how do I, which I think it would take me a second to like get into it.
Skipping is part of my life. It's never gone away. Like on the regular. I am very skip forward. And
I love that.
Oh my God. Oh yes, absolutely. I never stopped.
It's so funny though to watch some of these.
Oh my God, adult skipping is hilarious.
Adult like trying to like the mechanics of it and then just like essentially like kicking one foot out. Like it's so funny.
You have to say we have to find it. I want to see. I want to see.
It's so funny. But I also love that that's like been in your life forever.
It's a part of my life. Like truly. It is. I guess my inner child is strong.
You're keeping in touch with your inner
child. I have.
Which is...
Well, as an actor, I feel like that was easy to do.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I need you to start skipping. It's a very joyful activity.
Wow. I'm like, where do I skip?
Anywhere. You can practice a little bit in your living room, but I think you should do it down your block. You probably make friends.
Whether I want those friends or not. If I was skipping in this apartment, all of my neighbors would think there's an earthquake. Literally, They would be like, it's the big one. Get your go bag. It's an earthquake. I'd be like, JK, I'm just skipping. Don't worry about it. I did try to one day like hop, like for the, the lymphatic, like in the morning. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I can't hop in this apartment. It's not structurally sound.
That's more about the infrastructure of Los Angeles than it is about you, though. Like, though you can, I don't understand.
It's the combination, really, let's be honest. I think it's the combination.
Well, I need, before I speak to you again properly, to at least try skipping.
Okay, I love that. I should have tried yesterday. I walked and ran some errands. I should have down one of the little side streets.
Of course.
Listen, I could do it today.
I think you should. I think you should.
Who knows?
I think you all should.
Everyone, homework.
Please. Skip and see. Skip and see if you don't giggle.
Skip and see if you don't giggle. I mean, you have to giggle.
Oh my God, you can't separate them.
Skip seriously.
No. Now we all have to skip seriously. I know.
That's funny.
I know. We need some so seriously. I'm going to try
I've got to pull up some of those videos. It's so funny. Now I was thinking, I love this because I thought, you know what? I'm going to see, instead of like thinking of a favorite day for myself, even though I've got a handful, I wanted to see if something came up from yours.
Yeah.
And I do remember I had a fantastic day in Paris.
Yes, Paris.
So my girlfriend from Nashville came with me to a friend's wedding in Italy. And so we were there for a little bit. And then she
Wait, is this the one we previously talked about where you were taller than all the bridesmaids?
Correct. That is absolutely it. Where I'm literally a foot taller than all of the bridesmaids.
It's an excellent picture.
Not the bridesmaids, the bride and groom.
Oh yeah,
and the bridesmaids.
Everyone's like mini, and Claire's like, "Hey kids, happy to be here."
Yes, gather kids. I used to, my Nashville friends, we used to always make fun of how, like, anytime we had group photos, it's like I'm always in the middle and it's like my children gather around children. I'm like, well, I have to be in the middle because then I look like crazy on the end, as we saw.
You're like
that one.
Do hunch over.
I try to. I took a photo this past weekend with a friend who was in town, and I did like a weird one leg I stuck backwards and like kind of squatted on another.
You're doing like a lunge.
Yeah, it's too much. Anywho, after we had that wedding, all the crazy and the fun in Italy, we went to Paris for a couple days before going back to Nashville, and it was a perfect, who you travel with can make or break.
Oh my God, yes.
Obviously. And thankfully, she wasn't one that had an itinerary, right? She was like, oh yeah, I'd like to see these things, but I would rather just explore the city. And I was like, perfection. Because we had also we were in Venice, and then Florence is my favorite city to get lost in because you don't even have to know Italian, just ask where the Duomo is. And then you can can figure out where you are from there. But like all the little side streets, whatever, I loved it. So we were like, okay, let's do something similar in Paris, even though much larger. And so we had a day that was like just hopping from cafe to cafe.
Ooh,
and we would have coffee, smoke cigarettes. Obviously, we're in Paris.
Of course.
And also, I think I still smoked at the time.
Wait, you were like an official smoker.
I was an official smoker for
when
years.
did it happen? When?
I started in high school.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
Yeah.
Started in high school. I went to boarding school. So like.
Oh, yeah. That seems like a boarding school kid.
And we'd go to Waffle House and smoke.
Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
Talk about iconic.
But also, like as a teenager, I would have been like, yes,
of course,
we're so bad.
And we would drive to a Waffle House that was extra far because if we were busted by a parent,
right, that would be bad.
Smoking, it would have been bad. So we like drove to off the beaten path Waffle House and sat there and would drink so much coffee and smoke all
Oh my
day.
God. And just poop
As
when you left.
16-year-olds. Ridiculous. But yeah, so I started in high school, and then I pretty much smoked until I was like 30.
Really?
In my early 30s, early 30s. I mean, I smoked more certain times.
I just would not picture you as a smoker.
Thank you.
Like that does not fit in my idea of Claire.
I truly was. I was really cool. I don't think you understand.
See, that's the thing that's shocking to me,
That's
really.
the thing.
Wait.
You were cool.
What did you smoke?
Thank you. Thank you for asking. I was.
How cool were you?
Thank you. I smoked Marlboro Lights.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I back in the day, for those of you who don't remember and who weren't heavy smokers in your childhood, like I was, you could collect Marlboro cash.
Okay.
And then you could get stuff with it. So I had like an ashtray from Marlboro. I still have a pack, like a deck of cards that I got that are Marlboro, like ridiculous. I got a Zippo, I think, at one point, which was a lot
fancy.
Of points.
That
so
I would think
smoking
so.
A lot.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Then I switched in college. I switched to Marlboro 100s.
I don't even know what that is. Are they very light?
I don't even think that they call them this anymore. I don't know. Now it's like gold or whatever. Reds, Marlboro Reds.
Oh, those are intense.
Those were too much.
Yeah.
My theater teacher in high school smoked chain smoked those.
How? How? Like
I don't know.
It takes like forever to smoke one.
Oh no. He smoked like 2 packs a day.
Whoa.
Marlboro 100s were the extra long ones.
Oh, were they thinner or they're just very long?
They weren't thinner. They weren't like Virginia Slims.
Okay.
But they were just longer. And so in my mind, because I'm so economic.
Right. You're getting
more for your buck. And then I did have a friend at one point ask, do you smoke those because you're so tall? And I said,
oh my God.
Well, I do now. Thank you for that.
Oh my God.
I do now.
That's so funny. You're like, yeah, the other ones just were too short for me.
Simply too short. And then I switched. I think I was in American Spirits for a little bit and then Parliaments for a little bit too.
That's I never smoked. I got introduced to cigarettes in college because everyone's like, that's how you'll lose the freshman 15.
Exactly.
And I was like, this isn't really working and it's not super pleasant. But I remember my senior year, my college roommate really liked P-Funks. She was in a Parliament. That's what she called them, P-Funks. Yeah. She loved a P-Funk. I think my first friend who was like smoke liked Camel Light. I could never get on board. I think I studied abroad in Spain, and then there was a little bit like, oh, okay, European. I can be, sure. I can kind of smoke in Europe, but I never stuck. It never stuck. I would forget about it. Like I'm not.
Yeah. It was a social thing, but then.
Yeah.
But then when you're social all the time, it's a problem. I have to say that there was in college for 2 summers, I worked in Yellowstone.
Oh, I do know this.
Yes.
This feels right for you. Nature Claire.
Thank you. Nature Claire.
But she was smoking cigarettes in Yellowstone.
Of course. That's how I met people. I have to say that was the thing that was very and then once restaurants and bars stopped allowing smoking, which they should have done, never should have happened.
Oh, again, gross. That's so gross.
Disgusting. But I was annoyed that I had to leave the facility. But I can't tell you how many people I met over the years. Like when I first went to Yellowstone, I sat outside, I didn't know anyone that worked there. And I sat outside employee housing and smoked cigarette after cigarette. And I met so many people. And then if you bum a light or whatever, I've met so many people that way. I'm not saying it's appropriate or people should do it, but I will say it did come in handy for years.
Well, it did what it made me think of was getting a dog.
Honestly, that's a better option.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you. Cut
People.
to.
Yes. Well, I was
Paris.
just saying, cut to me telling the story with oxygen tubes in my nose, with emphysema, whatever. But no, so in Paris, so what we did, we just went from like cafe to cafe. We were like slowly making our way to, like, we had general destinations.
Mm-hmm.
I know we stopped in an H&M at one point because, I mean, it's a Parisian H&M.
So it's going to be Le French. Yes.
La French. Then we'd have wine at cafes and then just kept going. And then we got to the Louvre. And then we didn't want a deal, but we were like, we have to just like see it. So we took the escalator down the pyramid and then literally turned around and came right back out.
Wait, but then no, you didn't have to wait in a long line though.
No.
Okay, good.
No, because that's like the entrance, right? So
right, but there's like now you wait in a long line to even do that.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
so it wasn't bad when we went.
Yeah.
I mean, there were people, but it wasn't a line. So we went down the pyramid and back out. And then we were like, okay, let's make our way to Notre Dame. And then we continued to just like stroll, get lost, stop and have wine and or coffee, smoke. And then got to Notre Dame. It was already closed by the time we got there, but we're like, and here it is. And then we went back. I mean, it was magical.
Of course.
It was magical.
Well,
because there's only so many like sightseeing. You have to be in a certain
mood.
Because I think we were only there for one full day. So we were like, do we want to like rush? Do we want it whatever? And like that was such a better way to
be in the city. I agree.
Right?
I love it. I feel it's weird. Spain, France, and Portugal, I feel the best on this planet, on the Iberian Peninsula. Like I am from here or something.
Yeah.
And we always joke like, where's your soul from? Mine's French.
Okay. I love that.
Where's your soul from?
I feel kindred to France.
I thought you were going to say Canadian for a second. I feel, which would be interesting. That just would be so funny to me. Not that there's anything wrong with Canada.
No. I feel so like, I'm Canadian.
I really resonate with
that.
I feel like Canadian blood running through my
I really feel it. Listen, there's some good comedians from Canada.
Oh my God, Canada's great. I grew up in Maine. It might as well have been Canada. Canada's beautiful. I'm like basically Canadian. Yes. But the idea that's like, I feel so resonant with Canada. Said no one ever.
Something about it. I know. I have had some wonderful vacations in Canada.
Canada's delightful.
Have you done the astrocartography?
Yeah, but I don't quite. It's very complicated.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
It's so confusing to me.
I do have a line coming from around here in the UK, and I think I have an intense one. I don't know. And then there was one around New York, like in the vicinity of the East Coast. Like nothing. Sure. It was too many. It was too complicated.
Well, when I was looking on whatever site that I went to just to like check it out, I said, well, there isn't a line even near the United States.
What am I doing here?
What am I doing? I was expecting to see, but then I know there was another time that someone like plugged in something. It was like, oh, you have a line going through Malibu. And I was like,
Claire.
And I was contemplating moving to LA.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, Malibu. That feels fun. Like, I'm obviously not moving to Malibu.
But,
mean, you know, like.
Should you?
In the area. No, certainly not. Could you imagine?
Claire. Hi, I'm Claire. I'm from Malibu.
I smoke cigarettes and I live in Malibu. Actually, that does not work.
No, you definitely. No, I drink green juice and I live in Malibu.
I live in Malibu.
And you can't. It's just a fire hazard. You can't even smoke in Los Angeles at this point.
So much. I know.
Don't do it.
Scary.
Don't do it.
I feel like everywhere, the extreme. I mean, LA's exceptional with its right now we have been dealing, now it's calm, but there was a threat of a chemical explosion, so they had to like evacuate half of Orange County.
Oh my God.
And then there was a some oil, something that like busted and has been leaking into the LA River. And then there is a little fire down the road. So, it's just fun is what I'm saying. Fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought forever, I just want to live on the West Coast. I just want to live on the West Coast. I idealized it. I put it out there and I ended up on the West Coast of Europe. And I can't say I'm mad about it.
You didn't specify.
You cannot. You got to be open.
You got to be open. It's very true.
And
okay, so go.
No, I was gonna say it exceeded expectations because I did briefly live in LA, and this was right. This was
it wasn't
the right
for
move.
you.
It
wasn't for you. No, too much noise. We talked about that the other day.
Too much noise, and it
damn loud.
Felt like so sad there to me.
Okay, that's no good. I think I can understand that.
You get used to it, but it's like a sunny. I don't know. I remember I moved in with a friend for like a minute while I was looking for a place to live. And I was like, I feel very ungrounded and like just sad all the time. She was like, of course, this is a profoundly sad place. Like, this is where dreams come to die.
Oh my God.
But then in the next moment, I know. And in the next moment she goes, but yeah, you get used to it. And I did.
That's so funny.
I know.
I haven't. It's funny because there are so many different LAs within.
Yes.
LA, right?
Oh my God. So absolutely.
Many. And so much of what I don't experience, because also the nature of the business now, the entertainment business is flailing.
Right.
But, that's in general. But I'm not like an ingenue trying to make, you know what I mean? Like I'm such a jaded but also specific actor, you know, and comedian. So I'm not kind of in that like dash dreams.
Right.
It's like,
right,
oh no,
right.
I lived in New York forever.
Yeah. No. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah. And I also, so many of my friends here were in New York. And so there's a little bit of a different attitude around. I'm not going to say we're all chipper, but there is some positivity with the sunshine.
Absolutely.
It's very cloudy today, but I haven't experienced that as much.
Well, I it was the first couple of weeks, and then I moved to Los Feliz, and it felt a little less that way. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it maybe just wasn't my place, but I had always loved going, but it wasn't my place. I also had just like gotten divorced, so like there's a lot going on. It was COVID.
So you got divorced, and it was.
So it was a weird time in the world and my life. So like, don't listen to me, guys.
Okay.
Which is the whole point of this, actually.
The whole point. Right. No, but it's funny because I have had friends who are either in New York or in Nashville, like, LA. And I'm like, my LA is different. My LA is not the typical, because I'm not falling into so many of those traps of, needing to be a certain way.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's the nice thing about getting older.
Yes.
You don't need to be anything but I just think you become more and more of yourself.
You're right. And it's like, I cannot be bothered. I simply can't. I'm not that person. Yeah.
If you don't like me, that's your problem.
That is actually, I'm so sorry. I have nothing to do with that. That's
that's a you thing. Because I think I'm pretty great.
I think I'm fantastic.
Exactly.
There is a fire truck.
I do hear that.
Now. Right.
It's someone was smoking. See, this is why you don't smoke, kids. This is why you don't smoke.
Fell asleep with the cigarette.
And look what you did.
Look what happened. Look what happened.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Exactly. Okay, so I have to know, I know this mirrors other podcasts, but I do want to end with something that you're ingesting. I only use that word because we've been saying cigarettes. Watching, reading, listening.
Okay.
Something that you're excited about or recently enjoyed.
Well, thank you for asking. We went to the Bad Bunny concert 2 nights ago.
Oh my gosh. Yes. How was it?
It was, I have so many things. I have so many things to say. Wonderful is, I would say, a blanket statement.
Yes.
He's such a vibe.
Oh my God, such a vibe.
And like, I have some critiques, but like overall, like I like love the guy now. Like I did before, but now like for sure. And there's just something about like Latin music where like the first part of the concert, it was like he was in a suit. There were like all like kind of like tons of musicians, and you just can't help but dance.
Oh my gosh.
And Benito is such like he kept pausing to like take in the energy of where he was. And there was like so much gratitude to be there. I believe this is his first time in Portugal. And he was like really, really taking it in. And it's interesting because the past couple of years we've gone to like one big concert every summer. And it was in the same stadium that we saw Taylor Swift in. Okay. And as full, but it was funny. A lot more men, a lot more like straight men. Mm-hmm. Like groups of straight men, which is,
that's weird energy. I'm never around that anymore.
And there was like a group of them behind us that were like being very touchy and like trying to engage. It was not ideal.
Okay, touchy.
Yeah. Oh God, my hand got kissed at one point. I'm like dancing and something. Oh, it's not. It was like, and I literally was like, no, like good. Stop it. But yeah, a lot more groups of straight men. I also feel as though like, again, like going to Taylor Swift, then I went to Beyonce in Paris, our favorite city last summer. Like there's a specific dress code where like Bad Bunny, like there's a bit of that. Like people had like certain, like the hat and then like Puerto Rico gear, which was great. Yeah. But then it's very funny because I think there's something about concerts that like mirrors like what it's like to be at the airport where like anything goes, or Halloween. Sure. Where like
absolutely
it was the best people watching because like there's a subsection of people that are like, okay, I'm going to any concert, I'm just gonna wear the most sparkles I have.
Exactly.
Which like didn't necessarily feel aligned. A lot of young girls are the best. Like we are wearing next to nothing. We were wearing really uncomfortable shoes. We were wearing really tall boots. It was very hot.
No jackets to be.
No. And like so many different. So like the outfit watching, but because it was like, I think when you love a musician so much that like, it was like, well, we want to like dress up or dress alike. There's a lot of people dressed alike.
Yes.
And like adults dressing alike is very funny. And like, there just was like a real like commitment, but like, there's not a strong enough like Reputation tour or like Cowboy Carter. So you're getting like a lot of strong choices that make no sense. No sense.
Wait, I love that.
It was so funny. Like I would love to do just like a like, can we do like a watch party of like the crowd? Because like it was so great and funny and random. So my God, that was fabulous. And so like the first part of the concert came in strong, really good. And then so they're on the stage, and then like in the back he had the casita like he did during the halftime show. So then he like halfway through goes to the casita and then does an outfit change. And then this very beautiful thing happened where like he paused and he was kind of in the back of like the standing room of like below like general admission. So I would think probably the cheapest tickets, which let me tell you, his tickets were like, we had very good seats and they were like a fifth of the price of the other like Beyonce and Taylor Swift, like very affordable.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Which I think is wonderful, but also then also maybe the show reflected a little bit. But so he like pauses and he's just like going through the crowd, like high-fiving and like randomly hugging people, and people are like losing their mind.
Wow.
And it is so
the security risk of that.
I know. And but it was like beautiful. Like it was like he was really connecting to people, which was great. But then it also like put like a lull to the like,
sure, that makes sense.
So there was a bit of a dip of the energy. And then it was funny because I think I got snapped out at like the beginning was so like, oh, this is so great. And he's got great energy and this is so beautiful. We're all excited. Right. And then we're like maybe 3/4 of the way through. And then there's a real dip in energy. And he comes back in basically like a hoodie and like sweatpants.
Yeah.
which whatever, who cares?
He's like, I'm kind of done.
And then like he proceeds to sing the next like few songs like on the steps of the casita sitting while he has like, for better or worse, like a disposable coffee cup. And in between, he's drinking something out of this cup and chewing gum.
Wow. It's like, it was a totally different concert.
I know. And it was so great. Like he was still bringing the vibe, but it was like very casual. Like we were having a very different experience. And then he sort of ramped it up. And at one point, I also love this. He took the sweatpants off when he went to the roof of the casita. And my man was wearing tight white bike shorts with like tiny little blue like running shorts on top of them, like barely. And I was like, what a look we're pulling. What a look. And he's got like his hood on. I know. I'm like, I love this for like a fluid man, which is what he is, right? I'm like the tiniest little bike shorts. And then so he ends really strong and it's like great and fireworks and like all the songs. And I felt like if I'm going to compare them all and like people can come for me, I went to the Taylor Swift concert, like liking Taylor Swift and then not a Swiftie. And I thought, you know what? Like the hype is real. I'm going to be a Swiftie after this. No, I liked her less.
Really?
I did. I left like the concert was 4 hours.
It's too much.
And for me, she just feels very like appropriate commercial. Like she could be on CBS. Like I remember I couldn't put my finger on it. Like there was no grit. And then
so performative. It
felt very performative. Like you didn't feel like the veneer was like very thick. Like it felt like it was a well-oiled machine. Like you know, you're not like feeling deep emotions from her. She's not a big dancer. Like there was one really beautiful moment, like maybe an hour or two into the show where she stopped and made them turn the lights on. And she was like, oh my God, Portugal, I've never been here before. Like I will come back. This is incredible. That was the only moment of energy that I felt like was authentic. And then the rest of it felt like a Dove commercial made by people without genitals.
Wait, I'm obsessed with that. She is a well-oiled machine. And
like the sets were great, but I just felt like everything felt like, I don't know, I'm a jaded New Yorker. It did feel like very, and like the girl I respect her. Like she, like no hate, not hating on her, but like it wasn't for me. And like I can see why she's a billionaire because this is very palatable music. But then you're 4 hours listening to her like sing about breakups. So the next day I just felt kind of depressed.
Honestly?
Yeah. And then Beyonce was like a spiritual experience. Like she brings the energy and like you can tell she puts everything into it. Like literally every time she's, and like both her and Taylor Swift were on stage like 99.9% of the time. Like they did not, like there was, and when they weren't there, something amazing was happening.
Of course. Yeah.
And like with Beyonce, like when she wasn't there was like insane, like art house independent short films. Like it was just like mind blowing.
Shows are amazing.
Insane. Like I left being like, oh wow, like the hype is real. Wow. I like it over delivered. Like there was a ton of hype. It over delivered. And then, and the vibe was really high. Like Beyonce, like there's a real powerful energy to her and like the crowd and like what she evokes.
Yeah.
And that wasn't feeling like Taylor Swift's a lot of teenage girls who are really psyched to be there. Where like Beyonce's like bringing like I don't know, like she is bringing your power. Like deep, like you feel it's evocative, right? You feel like you leave feeling like you're like the queen of the world a little bit, you know, not a little bit, all the way. Then it was interesting. Right away, the Bad Bunny concert was like equally like high vibe.
Yeah.
But it was so like the whole thing, you wanted to dance the whole time. Like there are songs with like both Taylor Swift and Beyonce where like you kind of want to sit. Where like Bad Bunny, you want to dance the whole time. You want to dance the whole time. You want to shake your ass the whole time. It doesn't you don't want to stop. It's very easy to move your body and you want to. Right. And like it felt like he brought his whole heart on like I felt like both you're seeing these like well-oiled machines, these incredible performers with like Taylor Swift and Beyonce. He felt like he was a raw human having an experience with us, like opening his heart and sharing it with us, which was so wild. But then it was funny. When he wasn't on stage, like there was like a weird video with he's like bringing attention to this frog that's becoming endangered, which is why he's got like a lot of frogs on his merch. I know, which I learned about afterwards. So there's like this funny frog video talking about like Lisbon, and it was like cute, but also like went on too long. And it was sort of like, really, where is he? What's going on? So like when he would disappear, it was sort of like a lull, and like the energy would. And then the end, you know, he brought it home. It was great. Like overall, great experience. But I left being like, wow, I feel moved. And he, at the very end, is talking about like, be present, like be in the moment, like take, you know, the whole thing is about I don't want to say, I'm going to butcher the title of the song, but the photo one. I'm an old lady. That made me feel like an old white lady.
Even older and even more white. So I'm
true. It's true.
I don't know. I don't know the names of his songs.
Anyway, it's the big one. Clearly, I'm the biggest Bad Bunny fan. But but anyway, he was talking about like take pictures with the people you love, like be present, like forgive, move on, like everything's not like just really all of the stuff that like I fully believe. And like you can tell. But it was funny at the end, I'm like, man, even this guy who's like so like open-hearted and young, and I feel like stands for the right things. And like he has a foundation called the Good Bunny Foundation, where he like part of our like the tickets we had, part of the proceeds went to like supporting the arts in Puerto Rico with like young people. I
love that.
So like he's so like yes,
he's good people.
Men just don't work as hard. I'm like, he just did not work as hard. Like,
well, they also don't have to.
I know, and it was one of those things I left like, God, like this is like he's gonna sell it to you. And at one point, he was sitting, singing, and chewing gum, and I was sort of like, respect, like as women, Jesus, we have to work hard. Even like the best of the best, like. Those women put out like extravaganzas, like they are insane. Massive. And it was like, well, the tickets were cheaper. What do we expect? But it was like, it was so funny. It felt like he had no problem just like leaving and like letting us be like unentertained for a moment.
Right. He's like, whatever, I'll be back.
Like Beyonce would never. Taylor Swift would never. It was interesting.
No, because they'd be critiqued.
Right. And like, so I loved it. The vibe was as high. Like, I love him. Like, it just made you, and you felt so good afterwards. And it was like, everyone loved being there. And then it was super interesting because I want to read something that I just randomly have it. But Lou's mom, who came with us, which was great. She sent this to us that she saw that someone had posted. And I felt like it made so much sense. Let me find. Oh wait, she sent it to me in Portuguese. I thought she was missing it.
Oh no!
Wait, that's so funny. I won't. But basically, it was this whole post that someone had put about how they were so happy that he came to Portugal because it changed their algorithm, and like they're not a fan necessarily. And they didn't go to the concert and they didn't want to. But basically, okay, wait. Bad Bunny is an algorithm charmer. And I'm so happy about that. We're used to opening social media and finding anger, public humiliation, hysterical, moralizing, finger-pointing resentment. Hate has excellent engagement. Yesterday wasn't like that. Yesterday, I was moved. For a few hours, my algorithm was occupied by love, hugs, by emotional people, by strangers crying together, dancing together, by people sharing joy. Bad Bunny is a hacker for good. I didn't go to the show. I have no idea if the sound was perfect, if the lights were extraordinary. I don't know, and I don't want to know. I know that man entered my feed and implanted humanity in it. I thank him deeply. He managed to get the algorithm to distribute tenderness. That's no small feat. Tenderness requires courage. Tenderness exposes us, forces us to admit that we need each other. Yesterday, those thousands lost all shame. They said we need each other. Needing each other isn't dependence. It's basic humanity. Yesterday in Portugal, the the individual triumphed over the machine. Thank you, Benito. This is like what he did coming to Portugal. And like, that's what you feel, right?
Yeah.
Like you go there and you feel that, and he brings that energy. So I went loving him, and I even though he like left and sat on the floor and sang, I kind of came out of it like being a super fan, like 10 out of 10.
Wow.
And this is like a random, like a friend, like someone who doesn't know, but truly, like, that's what his energy brought to Portugal.
That is so beautiful.
Right?
That is so beautiful. It's been a while since I've been to a large concert. I didn't go to Taylor Swift. I didn't go to Beyonce. But that sounds like that would be amazing to witness.
Well, it was so beautiful to watch him connect like fully and appreciate it. Like he spent so much time, like he'd take the ear, like he would just sort of like look around and like be with us and take it in like a real human way. It was like you're almost watching a little boy, like I don't know, walk into it like a magical cave for the first time or something. And it was like we were in this experience together with him. He wasn't doing this thing for us. And if anything, he was like this open-hearted, like presence of good that he was trying to share with as many people as possible. And it was so funny because we were talking about like, wow, like, there was a lag and he would sort of disappear. And it made me feel like, I don't know, he's a definitely a more sensitive, open-hearted person, perhaps, than some of these other people. And as that kind of person, it takes a lot of energy to do something like that. And he was sharing more of himself with us than I've experienced in a situation like that, that I could forgive it because we were almost having this like beautiful human experience together.
That's so beautiful. And I also feel like in these heavy duty concerts, they have to have moments where they're chilling. I feel like Taylor, I didn't go to her concert, but like she's at the piano a couple times.
Yeah.
Bring energy down sometimes, but that is, just to like keep going. But that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be great around a bunch of straight men.
Well, there was still a lot of women. There was a lot of women, like, absolutely.
Okay.
But, you just aren't used to seeing groups.
You're like, what?
Basically.
Yeah.
I know, like bachelor parties. I'm like, did you think they're playing football here? Like, what's happening?
What's happening?
But
that's very funny. The last concert I went to was small, but it was Muna, who's a queer band. So nary a man to be found.
Which in group settings is probably safest.
It was very nice. It was very nice indeed. Okay. Honestly, so many. I want to just continue talking, but also it's like, okay, well, we have been talking for a minute. Thank you. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your support. Those are the same. I thank you. Thank you for being a delight to fucking talk to.
Oh, thank you for being a delight. It's my favorite thing. I woke up yesterday excited about today.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, good. Well, you'll obviously be back.
Of course. As much as you'll have me, I'm so happy to be here. And it's such a pleasure for me I feel like you're one of the, I don't know, life is so fun, right? Where you think you're going to be close to people, or certain people you think are going to be in your life forever, and they are and they're not, or you end up like living life alongside certain people through different iterations of your life. And it's now, gosh, like 15 years or something since ago, at least 10, if not more.
At least 10. Yeah.
More than that. Yeah. Since I was like, God, yeah. In my late 20s. So
yeah,
it's a minute. Yeah. At least 15.
Wow.
And I've watched so many iterations of you, and it's so beautiful because I feel like I met Claire at like in a really high, like I've seen you have a lot of peaks, and of course life brings us valleys, but it's beautiful because I feel like I'm seeing is like the culmination of those things where it's like we're going to see even a higher peak, but it's going to be higher and more beautiful because it's integrating everything you learned in the valley,
Yeah. Okay, that's beautiful.
So watch out. This is going to be so fun for this to unfold.
Watch out, everybody. No, I'm excited. Okay, Lianna, you're a dream.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
I will. You too.
Love you.
Love you.